going on, everyone? It's Steven, the Laggy Gamer, and you might have noticed things were a little different with this video. Other than my normal discussion videos you're used to, I'm going to try to add in some gameplay and some more stuff just to kind of give it more of that flair, kind of a better look. I know I enjoy just sitting here and talking to you guys in front of a camera, but it's going to be kind of still that same way too. But you can only say so much about a game when just showing it can really put so much more into the video and just show you the gameplay footage and all. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this first video going. My thoughts on Thomas Was Alone. Thomas Was Alone is a fantastic platforming puzzle game that I just finished. I saw it on Steam's sale. It was a sale of the day or something for the weekend for $8.99. Apparently it just came to Steam, but I think the game's been out since July. I bought it immediately after watching the trailer because it just looks so much fun. Reviews were great for it, so I had to get it. And it's everything everyone reviewed it and said it was. The platforming in it is perfect. The story is where it's at. And just let me get better into that. And first it starts off, what is Thomas Was Alone was about? Well, it's about an artificial intelligence that's inside pretty much a computer mainframe area, and he's kind of been, I don't know, he's just out of routine. He's not in routine, not doing what he's supposed to do. Don't know how he got there, don't know what happened when he's there. He's just surrounded by the world and he doesn't know what to do. Then he learns he can move left and right, and he's amazed by this. Then he gets to an area where he has to jump, and he learns that I need to jump, and he does this. And so Thomas starts getting really excited, and all he knows is that he just needs to keep going from left to right, jumping up and down, trying to get to the exit. Sometimes right to left. And the journey isn't safe. Along the way there's many dangers hidden in his way, whether it's water or spikes. But to help make these dangers more bearable, you start to meet more AIs, more characters in the game who also have been astray or running loose in the wild there inside the computer mainframe. I kind of look at it as, I feel like a Tron vibe when I'm playing a game. Visually it's not like that at all, but I just feel like, I mean, these are programs within a computer, but they're kind of like they've broken free and they're doing their own thing. But they are being tracked down by some mysterious black mist that eventually tries to capture them. And I kind of try to see that as Clue, like sending out one of his minions to put these programs back in place, or probably delete them. But yeah, if I didn't mention before, it was designed by Mike Bethel, and I hope I'm getting that name right. I'm not butchering it. And he did this all by himself, other than the music, which was by David Houston. And I'm hoping I'm getting that right, not butchering his name, because I actually emailed him and asked him, hey, is it okay? I bought the soundtrack off of Bandcamp, which I'll leave a link to below. It says, is it okay if I use this music and put it in my video I'm going to do? And he gave me all his praise. He said, without a doubt, you can go ahead and put it in there. And he responded to me within a couple of hours after emailing him. He seemed super stoked that I was doing a review with his music about the game and everything, so I'm glad he gave me permission to do so, that it's in here. And he told me to say it in the video too, so I don't get any copyright issues or anything. But anyways, the music was fantastic, by the way, too, but we'll get into that later. But again, you meet these other characters, and that's really what makes the game.
Thomas was alone.
And that's how you'll start this journey, all alone. But pretty soon you'll meet other AIs to help you on your journey, like Chris. Chris is a square who's pretty jealous of Thomas because he can't jump as high or as far out as Thomas can. John, who's the most egotistical rectangle in the game because he can jump higher than anyone in the mainframe. It gets put in check later on though. And you'll meet other characters who are more depressed, like James, who feels really indifferent because he's not like the others. He doesn't jump down to up. He jumps up to down because gravity seems to be against him. Then there's many more characters throughout the game to help you. You're trying to get to the end, and they each have their own special abilities and talents. And each has their own personality and characteristics that are individual and unique to them. but you're going to need teamwork to get through this, and without the teamwork, you're not going to make it to the end. So the characters who are indifferent with each other to start with, they all start to form a relationship and a bond, because they know they need to work together to get to the end, and that's what brings the story together, them teaming up, and the narrator who just conveys it beautifully through the story. He does such a great job, and here's just some examples of it for you.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was? Thomas knew they couldn't escape. They'd been trapped permanently from the moment the clouds ate them. He explained this to the others. It was impossible to gauge their reaction. After all, they were just rectangles.
And that's really what brings us all together. The narrator does a great job. The storytelling was perfect in giving each of these AIs a unique and incredible personality. Some are depressed, some are happy, some are sad. There's some that are in love. There's a couple in the game. You didn't get to see every character in that clip because I don't want to ruin everything for you. And it's them just building this relationship, trying to get out of this mainframe, just out to the outside world to see what's out there. They don't know where they're going. All they know is they just need to jump and keep going. And the narrator just does a perfect job at narrating. Just the accent and everything just fits perfectly into the game. It's got its funny moments, it's got its deep moments, and you can really sense emotion in the narrator's voice. So it does a great job. I know I haven't played Bastion yet, and I heard the narration really what makes that game. This is one of the same ones. It's really bringing out the characters out of just these squares, these shapes. That how can you get character out of that? But when you mold everything together, the graphics, the music, the narration, the character choices and development, the building of the relationship, that's what really makes this game and brings so much to it. Now it goes through a major change near the end where I really don't want to spoil it because of it could give away stuff that happens, but stuff happens in the end that does change the concept of how the game works. There's going to be, instead of multiple blocks, you'll have like a shade of blue on the wall, where if you jump through that block, you're going to get whatever the blue power's color was and stuff like that. I can't get too much into it because, like I said, I don't want to give too much away with the game, but it gets even crazier with the puzzles and the platforming later on. So as you see, it can get pretty challenging. It's a fun game. I enjoyed it. It wasn't too tough though, and it didn't get overly easy. Just a perfect amount of challenge. But what I really enjoyed was just the story going through it, listening to the narration, and getting to the end and seeing these relationships build. So if you haven't played it or tried it or known anything about it, give it a try because it looks wonderful, plays wonderful, it sounds great. Like I said, had to buy the soundtrack, and it's definitely a game that needs to get your attention. It's on PC and Mac. You can download it on both of those. I believe right now it's probably back up to $9.99 on Steam. But it's worth every penny. I already sent a copy out to my buddy Dustin. I hope he's at least tried to get it going on his computer yet, but I'm not sure if it will be able to handle. It's not very graphically demanding, but it is a beautiful game for what it tries to do. The world's perfect in my opinion. The shapes and everything, I keep looking down because I have it up on my computer right there. The shapes have their own colors which make them stand out in this black, just kind of dark gray environment in the computer. Just it kind of gives you a sense it's a boring world and they want to get out of it. But definitely check it out. Give it a try. I loved every moment of it. A fantastic game. I'm really getting into this indie stuff, you guys. You're probably going to see a lot of my thoughts videos on some of those games, some of these obscure games people don't know about. So get out there, give it a try, and I guess that's it for this first remix of our discussion. So, like it out.